Hi there, welcome to my channel. Today's video is very much inspired by a couple of my favorite YouTubers. One is Lisa D1. She does these weekly, hauls of things that she's enjoying or has purchased, and also a little bit of the daily connoisseur. Not so much there, but you'll see at the end what I'm talking about. So my name's Teresa. Welcome if you haven't been to my channel before. I do all things beauty, makeup, lifestyle in general, and a little bit about my health journey as well. I am a registered dietitian, but I've also lost about 40 pounds or so. So interspersed on my channel is some what I eat in the days and things like that. But today is just one of those. I just want to show you some of the things I've purchased recently that I'm enjoying, what I'm reading, what I'm working on. And it's raining outside, so this just seems like a great time. Even though it's springtime, it's May, it's a Monday in May, and it's the Monday before Mother's Day, so happy early Mother's Day to mothers out there everywhere. But I have a cup of my favorite H-E-B Taste of San Antonio coffee, so pull up a cup of coffee, tea, Diet Coke, whatever you're drinking, and let me share with you some of my recent finds and purchases. So what I want to first start with is what I've been prioritizing, and that is sleep. I'm at a point, I mentioned I've lost weight, and I have, although my husband and I both, we are like hovering 5 pounds up from our lowest comfort weight in the last year. Not really sure what that's about. We went to England and Scotland in April last year, 2024. And I did let myself indulge in the food, on that trip. But I feel like ever since then, I don't want to blame it on that trip, but I've just had a hard time, keeping it down to where I want my weight to be. So I'm hovering about 5 pounds up. It's not awful. I'm still like way better than I was, but I would like to be a little bit lower. And so in reevaluating a lot of things, I also know in the last year or so, my sleep has just like been awful. And I don't know, I'm sure some of it's age. I'm 54 years old, but like something that has happened to me recently that I don't ever remember having this issue. So again, it's got to be an age thing. I feel like I need to sit up straighter. Actually, I'm gonna raise up the camera. Anyway, back to my sleep. I used to be a great sleeper in terms of I had no issue whatsoever falling asleep. Like practically my head hit the pillow and I was out. And I have always been the person that I feel like I get my best sleep when I first fall asleep. I know everybody's different. Like my husband is the opposite. He gets his best sleep. He tends to be more of a night owl, although as we've gotten older, that less so. But he says he gets his best sleep like in the early morning hours before waking up, or like if he were to get up and then go back to sleep in the morning, which I never do. He feels like that's his best sleep, but that's not me at all. I used to fall asleep great. And then, I'd wake up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom or whatever, and sometimes would have a hard time falling asleep. However, in the last year or so, I've been experiencing, I don't know if it's anxiety or what it is, but I've had these episodes of insomnia so bad that when I put my head down, like my brain won't turn off. It's the most unnerving feeling. I almost wish, I explained to my husband, I wish I could take my head off my body, set it aside so that I could go get some rest. It's like thoughts are just bouncing all over the place and I can't shut my mind off. And that is so unusual for me because I used to be able to fall right asleep. I thought back when my dear dog Lucy was alive that my sleep struggled because of her, because I was up all the time with her. And I think at the time it was, but now she's not here. It's like I almost am sleeping worse. I know there's always stress and anxieties of daily life, but I have not been able necessarily to figure out what the trigger is. I have a couple of ideas, but this has decided to be my priority because I'm sure if not just losing a little bit of extra weight, but just overall health, I need to prioritize my sleep. So I I've always had magnesium glycinate, and so I've tried to be more consistent with taking that. But I did bite the bullet, so to speak, and buy some melatonin. I've never tried melatonin. And I don't know if it was placebo or what, but the first night I took both of those, I slept well. But I've been very like intermittent with using those things. But I did purchase a couple of other things to help. And so I wanted to share those with you. And I got all of these items on Amazon. By far my favorite is this sleep mask. I will list, I got this from Amazon, and I'll try to remember to list the item and link it below if I can. But this one, the reason it's so great, and this one came recommended from Kelly Hogan. She also has a YouTube channel, but it's got this squishy part right here, so it sets on your eye, it sets on your face, and it doesn't touch your eyes. I never realized how important that was, but I've never been a sleep mask person, and I don't like the feeling of something just kind of like laying there on my eye. This, I can totally open my eyes under this, not have the mask touching it, and it's pitch black. So this has been really, really good because I'm also super sensitive to light and sound. The smallest light and sound will wake me up. So this really makes things dark. Highly recommend it. They make it in blue, black. Of course, I got pink, but I highly recommend this. I haven't even needed to use this every night, but the nights I've used it, it has worked very well. So again, if you haven't found a sleep mask you like, or even if you do, this would be great. This would be great for travel too, because it is dark, but you can still like open your eyes, if that makes sense. I know, sometimes if you're falling asleep, you need to kind of like let your eyes fall asleep and not just have them smash down for you. That's what this does. The other purchase I made for sleep are these silence earplugs I got off of Amazon as well. And these I don't like as much as the mask. The mask by far, great purchase. These are okay, and I accidentally bought two, but I gave the other one to my daughter. But the thing that is nice, well, let me show you. First, it comes with this little case, which is so cute. So you keep them in there. They're marked right and left. And you take them out here. And it's got the little, end piece that you put on. And so you put it in your ear and just turn it. It kind of shows you, and it's in there. And it actually comes with all these different sizes. So, it came with the size medium, size medium on the end. And I ended up putting this small on. And the other great thing about these compared to those little foamy things, those are okay, but my daughter put one of those in once. She was on a trip with her Girl Scout troop in a hotel, and she put it so far in, I think it punctured her eardrum and got stuck, and it was a whole mess. So you gotta be careful. I don't think you can do that with these because I think there's a thing that prevents it. My only other thing is I don't feel like it's truly silencing. I can still hear things, which I know you can hear things, but it's almost not silent enough for me if I'm truly trying to block sound. If you need stuff just kind of muffled, these are okay. But, in a pinch, these with the eye mask are a great start, a great help. And then the last thing I got for sleeping is these came recommended, I think, from Kelly Hogan as well, is this nightlight that is like a red light nightlight. And the whole idea is that you're not exposing yourself to bright lights or any kind of light that might wake you up at night. And I'm guilty of this. We have a lot of night lights in the house, and some are brighter than others. And actually the one that sits in the bathroom at night, it almost like I have a direct line that one and the one that we have right inside our bedroom door. But I still want both of those because I don't want us bumping into something or, tripping and falling or whatever. Not that there's anything that we really do that to, but I just feel a little bit better having a nightlight. So this is a red nightlight. And when I first plugged them in, I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks like an ambulance going off. But you can set them, and it's dimmable. There's a motion sensor. There's a night owl sensor light. And So it's really great. The one in the bathroom I have at the perfect setting because it just stays dim enough that you can see when you walk in there, but only when you go to the bathroom, it will brighten up enough to kind of help you see, but it's just emitting a red light. So it's not the prettiest thing, but I feel like it's keeping you from like full-blown whipping on lights or a light in your face that might be disrupting your sleep cycles. So highly recommend these, and I got them on Amazon as well. I did just get one other thing from Amazon. It's not really sleep related, but I guess wellness related. I've been a Fitbit user for a long time now, and the battery just started draining really, really quick. And in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of it, but it was draining really fast. I decided to get something that looked more feminine, more like a watch. So I did some searching on Amazon and came up with this one, which I like a lot. You can see I changed the setting so that the watch face has like flowers, shows the time and my steps and my heart rate. I don't want an Apple Watch for whatever reason. I'm not interested in one. The rest of my family has one, but I don't think I'm interested. But this is this smartwatch that I got off Amazon, and it's like silver and diamondy looking. So I just like the look of it. Actually, you can play, like, I think you can make calls on it, text, all that. I disabled those features because, again, I'm not looking for all of that. I just like the watch part and tracking my steps. I will say this one, the battery does go down way faster than what my Fitbit used to do. My Fitbit, I forget the model I had or whatever, but when I went to England last year, I charged that thing before we left. We were gone for 10 days. I didn't even take the charger. It was fine the whole time. And I obviously had to charge it when I got home. But not anymore. It was like draining really fast. So I thought I'd get a new one. And now in hindsight, I'm like, well, maybe I should have. I love the Fitbit for that, but I just never really liked the look of it. I tried different wristbands. I just thought I'd try something new. This was much cheaper than a Fitbit. I don't know if this is my long-term solution, but it's what I'm using now. So I thought I'd share. Now we're gonna move on to some Walmart purchases that I just got. And the reason I'm sharing these, my older daughter bought her first house back at the end of March, and she signed up for the Walmart Plus delivery service, and she's really enjoyed it. Granted, she is a teacher, so it's very convenient for her to have things delivered because she can't run out and get, it's a time saver, and I totally get it. Although I enjoy going to the store and picking my things out. But I totally understand why people would get those services. But I was swayed by her. I wanted to support Walmart service here, and it's like an alternative option to Amazon, for example. And the difference with some of the Walmart items is depending on what you order from them on the Walmart Plus with the delivery, it can come the same day, because if it's coming directly from your store, like somebody just delivers it like Instacart or Uber Eats or DoorDash or one of those. Now, if you're ordering something that from an external site that has to be shipped, it's much like Amazon and comes to you that way. But anyway, I'm giving it a trial run. And so I just wanted to share some of the things that I have purchased from there. And a lot of these I was just influenced, or things I'd wanted to try, things like that. So the first one is a food item, and I've never been able to find these in a physical store anywhere. So they offered them through Walmart, and I tried them, and it's pork rinds. And I know you might be like, what? And here's my take on pork rinds. We eat a low carb way of eating, and so pork rinds are a good snack if you're following a low carb way of eating. However, sometimes pork rinds just give me the ick. You know what I mean? Like I can eat one or two, and then all of a sudden I'm kind of grossed out by them. And the texture of it's really important to me. I don't like the really hard, crunchy ones like the cracklings. I like them light and fluffy. So one moment, my daughter's calling me. Daughter was just calling to tell me she took her last exam for the semester. So now I don't remember where I was going with this, but the pork rinds. So I like them light, fluffy texture, and I'm very particular because I rarely like them for very long. And I've heard great things about this brand called Pork King Good. Let me just tell you, they are Pork King Good. I bought a bunch of different flavors, and they actually have like sweeter flavors. This might be one of the, well, this one's salted butter. I haven't, but they have things like churro flavor. I didn't want to get those because I don't want to just encourage the craving for sweet taste, but these things have rave reviews. And I will tell you, oh, and I also got their, what do you call these? Like panko style pork rind crumbs that you can use in baking and things like that. After I ordered this, I was kind of mad that I did because I found another alternative at Walmart that was much cheaper. And honestly, I feel like these are all probably pretty much the same, but I'll put it away and use these. But anyway, these things, holy cow, are they good. I bought a variety of different flavors. A couple things. I don't know if you can tell by me holding this up, but these bags are not that big. So it's kind of expensive for what you get. I don't remember how much a bag is, but 1.75 ounces. And I think these were like $2 or $3 a bag, I think. But I will tell you, I got, my husband, I got him like a smoky jalapeno, something. He had those, said they were great. Opened pepperoni pizza. Those weren't my favorite. And those were a little bit harder, crunchier. But we opened the white cheddar. Oh my gosh, they were so good. I would not know it was a pork rind. So, and that's a good thing. So if you're looking for a low carb snack and you're not a fan of pork rinds, maybe try some of these. I haven't tried these other flavors to speak, but I mean, there's white cheddar, which was phenomenal. I have the pink salt and vinegar we haven't tried. Salted butter I have here, I have not tried. Nacho cheddar, haven't tried. Dill pickles right here, haven't tried it. Pepperoni pizza, onion and sour cream I have here, we have not tried. But really, really, really good. All right, and a couple other purchases I made makeup wise. Again, these aren't necessarily new to me. I was just reminded watching Lisa D1 talk about how great they are. So I decided, what the heck, I'm going to order them. So I got a Maybelline Lifter Gloss. These things are so highly rated. I got the shade 003 in Moon. I am very picky about lip glosses. This one is nice and feels nice, has a little bit of shimmer, which I also like. So that's great. I mean, but you can find these anywhere. You don't have to get there. And then also Lisa talking about this particular palette. I already know about Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I have a few different varieties. I have like a circular bronzer that I use all the time. I have a I find things on sale, of course, in my way of buying. But she uses this exact palette because she uses it on her face and then uses this on her eyes as well. So I have no doubt I'll like this. And this may even be a good take it with me travel, so you don't have to take a separate eye palette, you know, face, eyes, do the whole thing. So these are great. These are so great. Probably the best bronzer out there. And then lastly, I have been thinking about, I need white sandals, flip-flops. I've actually been in this mode of wearing sneakers and tennis shoes. Like I got an Adidas pair for Christmas. I have the Skechers pair that I bought for travel that I really like. And so I've been wearing more sneakers, socks, kind of a little more sportier look. But with summer coming, I needed to reevaluate my flip-flop and sandal game. So I didn't have anything white. I don't have any white summery shoes. And I don't know, I threw that out into the universe. And then next thing you know, now I own 3 pairs of white sandals and flip-flops. But I just found them all in the same week. I ordered these from Walmart because, again, Lisa said these are among her favorite flip-flops. And they like sell out so quickly. So I got these. They're the white Time and True. They're like $8, $9. And they're very cute, functional white flip-flops. So no doubt I'll wear these a lot. While I was waiting on these to come in, I was out shopping. So these 2 items aren't from Walmart. They're from Ross. I found these, which I thought were really, really cute. I like these kind that have the heel strap behind. I just thought those were cute. And then I really like this brand, Italian Shoemaker, Italian Shoemaker. And this like wedge heel white shoe. I have other shoes by them and I've really liked them. So now I think I'm set with the white summer shoes. because I found them all in the same week. Now moving on to Dollar Tree. And you know, I feel like when I've posted Dollar Tree videos before, I love them. I don't think they resonate with anything on my channel because I feel like those are my least watched videos. But you know what? I do what I like. And as much as, I don't know if you've watched Lisa D1, I'm kind of obsessed with her. She's my age exactly. She's been on the carnivore diet for 5 years, but again, her channel is really all about, she's very into fashion, and not just fashion, but like a lot of high-end products, which I enjoy watching, but I'm not that into fashion like that. I like to look pulled together. I love makeup and I love high-end makeup, but I think even more than anything else, I love finding a deal. So that's where I come from, and I love dupes and all the things. I like high-end things, but I don't always want to spend high-end money. So anyway, all that to say, some recent Dollar Tree finds. You know, sometimes Dollar Tree stuff is bleh, and sometimes it's really nice. And I just want to share some of the things I have picked up recently. And if you have never picked up their eye roller products, these are great. This one is a new one for me, and they had a new line of them. And this is like a collagen one. I feel like they had different varieties. I've bought just like the basic one before. I've bought the one that has the metal ball that like goes under. I put that in my travel bag. Like the under eye serums, all that have been good. This one is specifically collagen under eye roller, helps rejuvenate under eyes. So I just picked up another one. Another thing I just picked up, hadn't seen this one before. It's the Spathecary line, and this is a brightening body butter, and the scent is peaches and cream. And the reason I bought this is because I love bars of soap. It's a weird thing. I love body washes too, but something about specific soaps that are rich and creamy. And what I discovered is that I like soaps that are made with the first ingredient being tallow, like beef tallow, because now you can buy all kinds of like tallow based creams and all. And that's a whole nother topic. The one thing I don't like about those is the scent, the lingering scent. It's a little funky to me. Or the soap, I discovered these soaps that I like because I love soaps that are packaged really pretty, that smell good, and I discovered the ones that have tallow in them I really like, or tallow is the first ingredient. I know there's other stuff in them. And interestingly enough, I think if you look at Yardley soaps, I do still think that they list as their first ingredient sodium tallowate, which is tallow. But one day when I was shopping at Ross, I found these soaps that they're huge bars of soap, and they smelled so good. And they would do ones like a Mother's Day one or a Valentine's Day, and they were cute packaged, smelled so good. I looked up the company, found the company, ordered from them. I'll link the name of the company because it's almost like they sell wholesale, but then you can order from them. And I did order like a box and just asked to please put the tallow-based soaps in there, and they did. Nice, I got some different ones. They're enormous, but anyway, I digress. My current soap from them is a peach scented one, and they last forever. Like the bars are enormous, but they lather. It's like such a rich, creamy lather. I just can't get over it. And so anyway, it's peach scented. So I saw this peaches and cream body cream and thought it would be great for pairing or layering your scent, which leads me into my next couple of purchases. I didn't realize scent layering is like a new thing or a trending thing. If you watch TikTok at all, I somehow got down this rabbit hole of like scent layering and shower hygiene and all of this. I've always been all about layering. I love pairing different things together to get scent. I want to smell good. I like things that smell good. If somebody tells me I smell good, that makes me feel good because I like to smell good and I like things to smell good. So anyway, I got down this rabbit hole of dusting powders. I've used them before, but people making their own dusting powders and things. I don't know if anybody else knows what I'm talking about, but these people will start with these Dollar Tree dusting powders because they actually don't have talc in them. They're a cornstarch based. And then what they're doing is putting them in these pretty little containers, which I love. It's like if you think back to what, your grandmother may have done at a vanity with a dusting powder, all that. It's that vibe, which I can totally wrap my head around. And so they start with this, but they start like, they start with this, then they'll mix different scented oils in there and mix it all up. And then they've got these pretty dusters and all of that, which I love. All that to say, I think these smell good by themselves. So I've been starting to use these and just tapping it on, like after I shower, moisturize, all of that, then tap this on, make sure I get the extra off so I'm not creating a white dust storm everywhere, have it everywhere. But we went out to a festival a couple weekends ago and hugged my friend. She's like, oh, you smell good. I love that. I love being able to smell good. So just adding this as a layer to soap, moisturizer, dusting powder, perfume, body spray, all those things. So these smell really good. This is just their regular scent. It's just a lovely light floral. This is, I haven't even opened this one yet, Midnight Bloom. But do know you can put these in a pretty container. I haven't done that yet. I might add additional fragrance to it. I haven't done that, and I don't know if I will. I think these are fine the way they are. But what I am interested in is finding those pretty dusting poofs. I haven't been able to find those. I want to find them out somewhere. But so if you know where to find those, I'm sure I can order them on Amazon, but somewhere other than Amazon. That's what I mean. Put it in the description below. Okay, and then 2 quick makeup items that I bought. One is this Ioni liquid eyeshadow. I love liquid eyeshadows. And this one is the shade, it says buildable shimmer, fast drying. I don't know if this is the shade, Laid Back Champers, but I don't know. But anyway, it works fine. Actually, I think this one I like better than the expensive Lancome one I shared in my last video. I kind of like this one better. It's a little bit, it's pretty darn like metallic or whatever the word is. I mean, which a lot of it, where is it on my hand? There it is. I don't know if you can see. Which is the point, but you can blend it out. It's just pretty sparkly. So far, nothing has topped the one I have from Wet n Wild. That's my favorite one. And then the other makeup item I got is this Be Pure Glow Up Blush. And it's a liquid blush. The shade is Ballerina. And I got this, I'd seen other people talk about this. I don't have a ton of liquid blushes. This is very pinky pink, which is actually what I was looking for. I wanted something that shade. This is probably a little bit lighter than I would normally use. It's okay. I mean, it builds out, but I have this, actually, I think I have some of it on today from my Styla, I still never know how to say that. My all-in-one face palette that I always talk about that is like for light to medium tone skin. It's just got eyeshadow and blush in it. The blush in there is like this bubblegum pink, but it's so pigmented and I like it. And I actually put some on today. I don't know if you can tell. So that's what I was after, but just in a cream blush. So this is okay. And but it like texture wise, it's great, easy to apply. I just wish it was a little bit like maybe darker. So before I wrap up this video, I just want to finish with perfume that I'm wearing today, which is Caroline Herrera. Is it called Good Girl? Something like that. My husband really likes this one. So I have that on today. And I actually, he got this for me and the box came with the perfume and a body, or like a perfume mist. So after I got dressed and everything, I misted myself with that too, just to layer all that fragrance, which I'm all about. And then finally, I want to share with you what I'm currently reading and then what I'm currently working on with my art. I have a full-time job. I need to get back to that here shortly. But my side is to read. It would be to write, but that's sort of been on hold recently, and then paint. But what I'm reading currently, first thing I'm reading is my 1-year Bible. I decided, I made it a goal to read the entire Bible, and I thought it would be easiest if I got one of those. It's like 1-year Bible, so that it gives you what to read every day. And so it has like Old Testament reading, New Testament reading, a Psalm, and then a proverb. And so far I've stuck with it because today is May 5th and I still need to do today's reading. I want to get to a point where I can read ahead a little bit. We're going on a trip later this summer, and I don't want to have to bring this with me to stay on top of it. So I need to be disciplined this summer and read ahead enough so that I don't get too behind. So I'm always reading this because I'm going to finish that goal I set for myself. And then the fiction book I'm currently reading is called The Dollhouse by Fiona Davis. I read a description of this somewhere and decided I wanted this book. And it's about, oh, I can't read the description, but so it is about a Barbizon hotel for girls or women. The book is split up and kind of goes, is one of those that goes back and forth between two times. One is the 1950s in New York City, and then the other one is in 2016, New York City. And it's centered around this Barbizon hotel, which in the 50s housed girls either pursuing, like the top floor was girls pursuing like the modeling agency and all the kind of elite. And as you go down, there was like different professions that would house these girls that they were studying to be. And so the lowest of the low was like the Gibbs, I think it's called the Gibbs agency, for girls studying to become secretaries. And so obviously it follows, there's some drama and like a murder that happens and all of this, and then the present day is a journalist that is trying to uncover the story of what happened at this hotel, but she's actually living in the current day hotel that has been refurbished into condos, apartments, and so it goes back and forth. And something happened. It's just leading up to when it happened and learning what happened. And so I'm almost through it. It's been very entertaining. I don't know if I described that very well, but the fact that I want to read something always tells me that I like the book. Because I'm to the point in my life, if I'm reading something, I don't like it, I'm not going to force my way through it just to say I read it. It's got to appeal to me. And this one does. So I'm almost done. Before I go show you the piece of art that I'm currently working on, because it's in its early stages, it may not make any sense. I am a self-taught artist. I do primarily watercolor and acrylic. And recently, I enjoy watching different artists and learning tips and tricks on YouTube. So the artist that I've been currently watching on YouTube for acrylic inspiration her name is Jane Slivka. And I will maybe insert a few pieces of her art here somewhere so you can get context of what I'm going for when I do this. So I've been taking photographs or different, I do like to take scenes, like real life scenes, and paint them. I'm trying to get away from doing anything too realism. I want it to be painterly or artistic and not try to get away from so much detail, because I can get hung up in that. And so I'm trying to kind of recreate and learn a style, because in some ways trying to paint realism can be very relaxing until it's frustrating, and then it's not relaxing. But anyway, just wanted to give that context. So let me show you what I'm working on. Okay, so here it is. This is the piece I started. Here's the inspiration photo. This is from, what is the name of that little town in England? I took this photo. So this is sort of my inspiration. So I don't want it to look exactly like it. And what I've been doing recently is doing a watercolor version and then an acrylic version. I haven't done the watercolor yet. But anyway, I started with this. So what Jane does, she starts with a red underpainting. So that's what I did. You see the red popping through. And then just like yesterday, I put the first layer of paint down. So it doesn't look like much. So not that exciting to show you, but I'm trying to not get hung up on details, take a step back, and just paint the essentials. It's sort of like it's retraining myself. If you go up here to some of my paintings, I did that from a church in England, and I used her style. So it's the red underpainting there, and did that way. I had recently painted that too, just from another picture, but like I did the manatee in the same style. Tried to like take a step back and be more deliberate. I don't know if you can tell with the brush strokes from that. So, and then most recently I submitted this one like for a contest for a local thing to put on the street sign. I don't know about that one yet, but so that's where I'm at with that. So working on that, and I'll probably eventually do watercolor as well. So if you've stuck around this long, thank you so much for watching, and please take a look at some of the other videos on my channel. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.